will actually start now. Oops, I forgot to press a button. Sorry about that. Yes, so welcome, Zilla and Tortoise. Play Hades 2 and talk about ancient studies stuff. So, if you are here live and would like to say hello in chat, we'd love to hear from you, especially if you notice any technical issues so we can correct them as soon as possible. So we are diving back in. As I said, we've had 18 or 19 of these streams, and so we are pretty far along in the game, maybe a third-ish? I don't know. It's a little hard to estimate with a roguelike.
Yeah. Certainly So the last time we left off, excuse me, Melinoe had just killed Kronos for the first time, and, as she says here, found her brother Zagreus in a dream. And if we want to get to the credits, we have to do that, I think, about a dozen times.
Such a night. Kronos vanquished, and after that, he'd not believe it anyhow.
How do you know what a frog would and wouldn't believe, huh? Time to brood over ye old picture of the family.
Threatened that you'd never see your family again, the wretch. But you have, and shall.
So in this image we have their depiction of Hades, with Persephone's holding little baby Melinoe and Zagreus by her side.
Hey. Whoa, hold on. What's going on with you? Never seen you so excited in my life, death, whatever. What, did you discover a new species of root vegetable or something?
I don't know what the association with root vegetables is in particular, but I will say, as the daughter of Persephone, the queen of green and growing things that come out of the ground, that's not unwelcome.
Also seems like, herbalist sort of thing.
Witchcraft.
I found him, Kronos, and I beat him, withstood every trick he had, until he yielded and expired.
Oh, nice. So then it's over, right? Or what?
Well, no, he isn't dead. I mean, he isn't gone, not yet. I have to go, alright?
Yeah, all good.
Hello? Will this truly come to pass?
How could the three fates have expected this if they... Long will you bound to bear each of their nocturnal arms.
The fates, they need my help.
So some background for those of you who are just joining in or following along. We are playing as Melinoe, the princess of the Greek underworld, the daughter of Hades and Persephone, younger sister of Zagreus, who was the protagonist of Hades 1. And she is trying to fight off the Titan Kronos, here conflated with Chronos, meaning time, who has taken back the underworld from his son, Hades, and imprisoned her family. And so she's fighting down to beat him, and then also has been requested to help up on Mount Olympus, where the seat of the gods is being besieged. So here in the crossroads, this sort of liminal space that she grew up in, a place of concealment and witchcraft, we have various characters who are sort of familiar as her companions. The voice we just heard was that of Moros, which means doom. In this version of Greek myth, the version that the Supergiant has given us, he was quite closely bound with the three fates and has only now left their side, as they have been kidnapped by Kronos somehow. This list of fated prophecies was given by them to Melinoe as things that she would happen, and game-wise, they're bonuses.
Yeah, they're achievements basically, and when you get them, you get, useful things. Like this gives you nightmare, which is used to do certain things. Various meta currencies. But most of the time, it's just like, oh, at some point you will defeat Kronos. At some point you will get this boon. And the fact that this is not a prophecy, merely a plea, is, unusual.
An interesting idea for the Fates, who are generally, well, all about fate.
So this is just a number of, okay, prevail at the mountain. Just a bunch of new prophecies to do. As well as
How
Lord
far were
Moros.
you able to go last night, Princess? You were gone for some time. I sensed the growing fear and excitement in the air. Even heard some of the rumblings.
If the rumblings were that I reached the depths of Tartarus, broke into my father's stolen house, confronted Kronos there and outfought him, then you heard correctly. Hardly a final victory, but still.
I would object to anyone but you diminishing such a victory. Is this not a vitally important component of the task you've been entrusted to complete?
So, one thing that they are playing with is mortality versus immortality. How do you kill a god? You can't. So, what kind of defeat can you make?
Well, yes it is, but
Then congratulations, and may the fates avail your next move.
What does our teacher have to say?
to the knowledge of almighty chaos, I can see into the void. The
We can-
incantation that headmistress taught to me.
Can we get animals now?
All my beast companions, near and far, let us protect each other, soul and scar.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited.
So, one moment.
I shall enjoy these.
Finally.
So give them Witch's Delight.
I got you something. This is a very special treat, Krenos. It means you'll be protected when you're with me, and you can protect me in turn.
So familiars are, as that term, they're more a concept of medieval witchcraft, right? Like the black cat and the spooky raven and all that. But that doesn't mean that the ancient Greeks had no concept of animal associates with magical beings. In fact, it was very common. Pretty much every god was associated with some kind of earthly animal, either as a symbol or a companion or even as a main sacrifice. We've talked a little bit before about Hecate here, our witchcraft teacher and guardian of the crossroads. So she is the titan of witchcraft. She is associated in mythology with both the polecat and the hound, and the hound in particular was known to be a specific offering to her. You would sacrifice a hound.
You're back. Now tell me everything. You found your mark. What then?
I reached the edge of Tartarus and made my way into the house, just as we planned. Kronos was there, on my father's throne. We clashed. He lost. But I know he isn't gone, and I was unable to linger there for long.
I trust you made each moment count. You were never going to destroy the Titan with
barely managed to convince him as to who I am.
So, thus the impetus to go and do it again.
Then speak swiftly the next opportunity you get, and continue not to overstay lest the task end in failure. As the Titan, study him, as I shall study what you found.
Yes, headmistress.
And she has more to say.
Oh, by the way, something awaits you in the training grounds. You proved beyond a doubt that you're prepared.
Thank you, headmistress.
So enter any other
What to cast?
insight into offerings. Yeah, that's just.
So, as I was saying, the polecat and the hound are associated with Hecate, and they're both found here in the crossroads, and we can. Are they there today?
Or who there?
Gale and Hecuba.
Oh, no, I don't see
not
them.
today.
Didn't you? Killed the bastard for one night at least. The first report I heard, I scarce believed, but by the third or fourth, I'd come around. Well done, goddess.
I'd not be surprised if our reports already say he's returned. But I got what I needed for now. And a little bit of payback, I suppose.
Aye, and he'll be sore about it, I expect, but even though we're not there yet, we needed this, I think. You needed this. On to the next phase then.
Odysseus, the strategist, talking about plans, of course.
You got there. Come here to gloat, huh? I beat him. I beat the Titan. Well, hardly matters. He's still alive, you realize, don't you?
I wasn't coming here to gloat, and yes, I realize. But this is still a step. If I could vanquish Kronos once, I can do it again. And one of these nights, he's not going to come back.
Yeah, because one of these nights I'll get my hands on him myself.
It's not how Nemesis works, but sure.
Then you can do the gloating, right?
Surprised she didn't say yes. But yes, so Hecate in this has
Soon
companion,
enough.
hound and polecat, and we can in fact bond with them and make friends. There are a couple other familiars that we can bond with, but of course Phrynos, our frog buddy, is first and foremost.
Wait, I had some plants to harvest.
Yes, looked like a mandrake.
It can't be. That's
Ah,
the oath
Oh,
of the
right.
unseen.
One moment. So many things to do.
Mandrake root.
yes, the mandrake root has long had an association with witchcraft, just because it almost always looks like a little person when you pull it up. So, like, it's got a knobbly little head and then, like, some limbs and the proper orientation. And it's sort of a whitish brownish color.
I'm close to being able to raise my grasp, so let me go buy some psyche.
There's a myth. I'm actually not sure where it comes from. I do think it's more of a medieval Europe myth. That if you dig up a mandrake root, it will shriek, and the shrieking will kill anyone who hears it. This is one of the ones that likes to come up in popular magic stories in fantasy today. I've seen it come up in Dungeon Meshi. I've seen it come up in Harry Potter. It's very common.
Alright, let's see if I can. What do I want to get here? Get a couple of things.
Just because I don't remember if I've talked about the names of the familiars we do have, so
The Swift Runner.
Phrynos is actually the Greek word for toad. It's associated with the color brown.
Each of the ancient fate-wrought arms of night is now rejoined under the Princess of the Underworld's care, all equally prepared to rid the realm of any of its foes.
As am I. This one. Phrynos, you're here. Come along.
A froggy bunny.
Your eyes do not deceive. Near the gateways out of here, you'll find none other than the Oath of the Unseen, I think it's called. Ask me not whence it came. Instead, ask just how tough you really are.
This is mostly a new game mechanic. You add difficulty to your run in order to gain new benefits.
And thereby spread the fear that darkness brings.
Come on, what are you, scared? Don't not turn it on, you got. They probably
This
don't
is
love that
the
fear
same,
type
more or
stuff.
less, as one of the mechanics from the previous game.
All mortal kind condemned to never-ending torment and despair?
He's gonna be fine.
Much better off here than the morning fields. In shadow I serve, to shadow I return.
So there are all these different vows that make the game slightly more difficult, and if I use those vows and defeat a certain boss, I get more meta currency. Is there something in here that is... oh wait, no. We're going to want to linger on things.
For the unseen.
Such courage in the face of fear.
What's the... yeah, that's fine.
I do tend to want to linger on things.
Alright.
So now Phrynos will come with us.
Yep.
What's his specialty? I forget.
He can... let's see. He can take damage for me. He gives me bonus health and... possibly bonus magic? No, just bonus health. And he will help me to automatically... when I try to compel a spirit, he'll do it automatically instead of me having to play Simon Says. Or, not Simon Says, Simon.
All right.
So, we could go down again. We could go up.
I'm inclined to up,
Okay.
as we haven't seen up in a bit. Let's go find out what's toward.
Yeah, I wonder if we are going to see...
Hold on, everyone.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, as we were discussing, Hera, symbolized by a peacock feather.
You'd think time itself would know when to get out of the younger generation's way. But if Kronos requires more convincing, so be it.
Oh, hang on. I want to restart this because I forgot to change my keepsake.
Okay.
That'll be quick.
You don't have to re-go through those dialogues, do you?
Only the ones in the training room, and maybe not even. Yeah, not even. I just have to go and. Well, sure. Since we're seeing Hera, let's actually. No, if I've got the axe, I probably want Apollo. Hera's fine for that.
A secret monument tonight, etched with her will and testament, looms tall within the training grounds, revealing its nature only to the worthy.
Night, or Nyx, being the mother of most of the beings who are allowed into the crossroads at all.
Hold on, everyone.
The word here is you somehow got the old wretch last night. Splendid, if so. You'd think time would
So one thing, I mean, I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but Supergiant has just decided to sidestep the problem of divine incest in Greek mythology by declaring that the goddesses were not actually children of Rhea and Kronos. They were foster siblings of the gods, of the male gods.
But at the same time, all of the children of Nyx, like in Hades 1, you date two of them and canonically can have a threesome.
I mean, that doesn't mean that they did anything with each other, necessarily. Who knows? Who knows? But they hardly seem related, and very...
I'll take this just to have it on my
The mighty moonstone
list.
axe.
Oh, I forgot I could examine something. Oh well.
Okay, back to Ephira. Oh, now we have the bat's eye view.
Mm-hmm.
We can see all of Ephira's ruins spread before us.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we have an encounter with Medea, which
Yeah, we'll probably
I
start off with that.
love to see. Love to see her.
That barrier's back up.
Rotting wood. Let's see. You flower.
Just checking out what she's making.
Driftwood. Oh, also silver. And nothing more. Oh, that. Such violence.
Oh, she's so happy about it.
Hail, sorceress. Welcome to Ephira. Suffering spreads every which way.
Oh, is this the first time I've seen her?
Is it really? Oh, well,
Indeed, Lady Medea. Unfortunately, I can only appreciate the suffering for so long, as Olympus calls. Though, how fares your research?
Oh, I've been dying to show you. The air here is absolutely poisonous. The conditions utterly atrocious. Observe what I have wrought.
so Medea in mythology is not this, sadistic seductress with blood magic and suffering at all her grasp. She's definitely a witch, very powerful and very well trained, definitely beautiful and a princess. But everything that she does that she gets vilified for is in service of something very directly, generally in service of someone she loves. Generally Jason, who is the worst. And eventually leaves her. But she is a granddaughter of Helios, the Titan of the Sun, and she has magical powers. Here, she very clearly is reveling in those powers and in her wicked reputation. She's got her moon symbols, which are more associated with the specific people that we are playing, with the Silver Sisters, as they call them in this game, with Melinoe and Artemis and Selene, the Titan of the Moon. She's also depicted in these kind of outlandish robes, which are not really possible. Let's just go with that. But she is a princess, and she is wearing a crown. She is foreign to this region, from the far side of the Black Sea, Colchis.
Modern day Georgia.
Modern day Georgia. And she does kind of look it here, with her straight black hair and her, pale skin and the tassels sort of at her sides. It's a little hint of it. But this sort of sadistic glee, the villainous thing, I have to say, as a choice, I adore it. I mean, it's giving her a bad name, but also, I kind of love it.
Let's not have to worry about that.
Discerning choice.
Will it protect us?
From fish.
It's a bite.
Zeal.
It's a seal.
An eel with the middle missing. Interesting. Surprised they didn't call him an L. Did Freenos just Brekikakek?
Oh, I didn't know. He does sometimes vocalize.
So the ancient Greek version of Ribbit Ribbit is Brekikakeks Coax Coax. That's a bit of an extended version. We know it from Aristophanes, who's a comic playwright. One of his plays, The Frogs, is named after a chorus of frogs, and they're specifically the frogs who live in the river Styx. So, underworld frogs. It is very likely why we have a notable frog in this game. Like I said, Frunos is not actually frog, it's toad.
Don't feel too bad you couldn't end him altogether. Not like any of the rest of us were able to, as you can plainly see. Instead, mayhaps go kick him while he's down. Happy to help with that.
Oh, you know, I was talking with a colleague who is writing a dissertation on Hades 2, which it looks amazing, y'all. I gotta say, you gotta check it out when it comes out. I mean, it's scholarly, but I'm so excited about it. He was talking about the accents of the various gods, and of course, my favorite of the gods in these games are Hestia, of course, and Hephaestus. So Hestia, her accent is apparently a, oh, I just forgot the name of the place. My British viewers, I'm sorry. You are probably sitting there screaming at me. What is the name that I was about to say?
Do you know, like, where geographically?
In the north of Yorkshire.
Manchester? Or, was it Geordie?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Geordie.
But basically it's extremely north and rural.
What is up there? Time and rear?
But so Hephaestus kind of has a Yorkshire accent, which makes a lot of sense because apparently Sheffield, which is one of the major cities in Yorkshire, is known as Steel City. And then Hestia has an even more rural northern accent, which is also very appropriate, as Hestia is the one who was an Olympian and said, I don't want to do that, and left.
Also, I'm pretty sure the north is where some of the coal mining takes place.
Ooh, I bet it is. I didn't even think about that. I should suggest it to him. Come on, Rick. Where is the thing about Hestia?
Watch it.
Cheshire. Cheshire is the thing I was trying to think of.
Oh, right, the actual county.
But yeah, so...
So now that I have Freenos, he can just...
Calm that shade down, Freenos. See you in the crossroads.
as
comforting
a
presence.
as a denizen of the River Styx, he can act as the Shade's own personal Charon, I guess.
Alright, so do I want to... I'll talk to Zeus. I'll probably Zeus, Hermes, and then try the...
Wait, were there some just like zombies over there just standing there?
Yeah, I don't have to engage with them.
Huh.
This is my father.
Yes.
Although I guess they are, yeah.
They're attacking the statue of Hades.
It's just standing
they
around
seem-
it.
Yeah.
Shades, I release you.
But yeah, so I'm eagerly awaiting that particular dissertation coming out.
You seem so very much alive. On the surface here, no less. You cured your curse.
Oh, have we not run into him on the surface again yet?
Perhaps not.
Because of course the curse of the line of Hades is that they cannot survive upon the surface and they must stay within the underworld. Which, you know, I've heard in a number of places. I don't think they made it up for this game, but it isn't particularly canon. I don't know of an ancient source for that.
Olympus.
We need you at the bottom of the underworld and the top of Olympus. 2 places at once. My sympathies. The trick is to move really, really fast.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, and one wonders how the god of speed relates to the Titan of time. I mean, obviously, he's the Titan's grandson, but also just kind of a funny thing.
A soul tonic.
I never get tired of looking through Aphira. I really like the design that they have.
A champion of Kronos.
Actually, yes.
Oh, a champion
Get
Kronos.
me out of there.
Looks like some kind of satyr.
Oops.
He's got goat legs and a crossbow. Crossbow's a little out of date. A little too, well, I mean, I guess we don't know for sure. But presumably.
I mean, there's one boss who has a pistol.
It's true. I mean, it's not like chronology means much in this game.
Your soul be damned, traitor.
What does damned mean in a place where the underworld is not hell?
My strength reborn.
Hey Neuro Riot, thanks for joining. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I like seeing all of those emoji. I have not seen most of those before.
The city at her back, the princess of the day.
I hope the stream isn't glitching out too bad. I know that it's happened a couple of times.
Not exactly being watched. Uh-huh.
Polyphemus must already know I'm here.
Thank you. Glad to have you here.
Just in time to face the gravest threats along your path. So may my blessing bring you victory.
I still can't believe that there were... Oh, I'm glad that the stream is working right now. I still can't believe that there were chuds on the internet complaining about the design of Aphrodite being somehow masculine. Like, what? What are they talking about? So you haven't tried Hades 2 yet? Well, we are mid-story, so I hope we don't spoil too much for you. I know, right? Right. they just wanted something to complain about, I think.
The Titan can be slain, if but to complicate his schemes a little while, till we can put a stop to him for good. Yes, my father's throne shall be restored.
Really? Hairs on the back of my neck all standing up, and not because of you. Or maybe it is, but it's like I got a mark on me. Not
Oh, right.
actively within
I
a
forgot
while.
that the Vow of Night has you kill a specific enemy, and I guess this time it's Polyphemus.
Ah, so our...
Nothing personal, Cyclops, but the Testament of Night requires your defeat. You needn't concern yourself with the inner workings of it, so how about we just...
Right, yeah. No, it's the whole controversy was just, you know, it's just
Got me on board and just fight.
people trying to be transvestigators for a game they decided they weren't gonna like because it probably had lefty ideas in it or something. I do love this design of Polyphemus, though. Like, he's so good. And, you know, speaking of diversity in casting, he's blind. But I really do. I love that he's always sort of like with his sheep. He's got one of his sheep still living draped over the back of his neck. And, like, he's got, you know, powers you'd expect from a Cyclops. He's big. He's heavy.
Oh, right. Gotta have that. Oops.
Are you lighting the ground on fire?
No. They're like, I think they're throwing like alchemist fire or something. Or Greek fire or whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Ah. Okay.
But I love that he's covered in eyes and that they look like the eyes that you find painted on Greek ships. Oof. I love that his nails are ragged and... no. So Tortoise is playing, I'm just commentating. This is not my kind of gameplay. So, so when my partner offered to play, I was like, yeah, I'll just talk about it while you play. There he goes. I also love that he just falls asleep, which is what happened to the Cyclops in the story.
So, for having done the Testament of Night, I get a bit of nightmare, which I can eventually use to improve my weapons.
Thank you for your applause. Much appreciated. Look at those little sheepy with their tongues out. I love them.
Alright, who next?
I mean, you said something about wanting Apollo.
But I've already
But
got
you've already
my
got-
4 gods, so it's Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, and Hestia.
Oh, right, I forgot about Aphrodite already. Shouldn't do that. She'll get back at me.
Which one do you... I know which one you want.
Burninate.
You want Great Auntie Hestia.
She is the best. Yeah, they are really just fantastic at music, at art. Like, there's a lot to love about Supergiant games. I wish I liked the gameplay they tend to make more.
It's still connected to
You like Transistor, but
I mean, I liked watching you play Transistor.
oh,
You'll regret this.
I got further in Transistor than I did in Bastion. But I've really enjoyed watching all their games. I even enjoyed... I thought I was going to be very bored by Pyre, and instead that turned out to be fascinating. You know, I actually think, and this is kind of a weird one, a weird take, I think this might be my least favorite Supergiant game. Which is not saying I don't like it, obviously.
She, all goddesses, has to put up with the most around here. And that's not even counting all this
oh,
Oh, a Hestia Hera double boon? Okay. I love this for Hestia's attitude toward Hera. Like, how do you put up with all of this? Because Hera puts up with the most. I am not kidding.
Manage it one evening at a time is how, sister. Perhaps we shall have to burn the old world down and start anew. But I can think of none more suited till the need arrives.
After all, according to Greek mythology, the gods have done that more than once. Burned the whole world down and started anew.
this is not very useful.
Or at least according to Hesiod. You know, the ages of man and all that.
Yeah, sure, I will get still more dodge chance.
Exit gateway activated.
Oh.
Did you miss something?
No, just noticing that we have the family dispute.
Oh.
Well, don't like having to deal with.
If you've got to pick one side in a fight between Hestia, who rules the home and the hearth, and Aphrodite, who rules desire and lust, I think one will pass more quickly than the other.
No other explanation for what you've done.
Although,
I don't.
Don't hate me, Aphrodite.
I hate her.
She's angry with me now.
I find her thing harder to deal with her little roaming heart. Which I can't even see now.
yeah, did it go?
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is.
is. But I stopped hearing it too, and I was like, did it go away? Oh no, it just teleports sometimes, I guess.
Ah. Ah.
Satisfied?
Yeah, when you pick Aphrodite, what you wind up with is the Trojan War. That's what we all learned, right?
Nothing really more.
I like that in Supergiant's version of the gods, the question of faithfulness doesn't really come up. Like, it's just not what they're focused on, which is a very big difference from how the Greek myths
So
are
we got a
generally
shrimp,
told.
but it's not really faithful to real world shrimp.
Some mandrake seeds.
Kind of got arms
Uh-oh.
with like,
Big beefy arms.
yeah, big beefy winglings.
Oh my god, yes. I love Stray Gods. I need to replay it. Oh, hello, Charybdis.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we could fight Charybdis.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So let me talk about Charybdis and I'll come back to Stray Gods. One of the main boss fights, the boss fight for the second region as you're going down in Okeanos, is Scylla. And Scylla comes in a pair with Charybdis, right? These are two of the legendary monsters that Odysseus had to face in the Odyssey. The Scylla being a cliff monster with 6 heads that snatches one man to eat for each head, and Charybdis being the center of a giant whirlpool that draws down any ship that gets too near. And there's a lot of thought that this is a particular location where the sea is particularly treacherous and will cast you up against a nearby cliff. So there's a lot of speculation about the actual journey that the Odyssey is trying to take around the Mediterranean, which, you know, it's a little bit silly, but it's also very interesting to see how they might have conceived of, you know, the sea as an antagonist. There are later versions of Charybdis that get more description than simply a monster at the bottom of a whirlpool. They don't tend to look like this, actually. There's a Roman description, I think it's Ovid, of Scylla as having the top half of a beautiful maiden, and then below the water her waist is ringed with feral dogs, and then a horrible tentacled beast below.
That was awful.
Yeah, so Persian invasions of Greece did not go well. And one of the things, they weren't destroyed mostly by weather, the fleets of Persia. They were destroyed more by by being lured into a trap by the Athenian fleet, and crushed basically between two parts of the Athenian fleet in sort of a narrow strait between two islands, the Battle of Artemisia, and which actually the playwright Aeschylus fought in. Oh, yeah. So the other thing is that in the admittedly biased, you know, the Greek telling of the Persian invasion by land, you know, they said that Cyrus, when trying to invade, was it Cyrus or Darius? Oh no, I'm mixing up my timeline. It's been a bit. But when he came back and tried to invade and the tides weren't obeying him, he ordered his people to whip the sea for disobedience. And then they built a giant bridge. Right, so I was talking about Stray Gods, which is another wonderful Greek mythology-inspired game. Greek myths meet the modern age of the musical, absolutely.
Oh, hey!
Oh, Icarus! I love Icarus in this game! So yes, I actually do have, if you go to my YouTube channel, I did do a playthrough of Stray Gods for this stream where I talk about, you know, all of the fun, weird shit they were doing with that. I really want to do a second playthrough of it because, I mean, it's a role-playing game with choices, and it will change depending on what you do. And one thing is I did not end up talking Aphrodite into staying, and I really wanted to try that out. And another thing is I really wanted to try being a bit more of a badass rather than a people pleaser.
Here, in light of your godlike wings, a little gift.
Oh, come on. Just because I've been flying around near Olympus doesn't mean
Isn't he cute? Aren't they cute together? Oh my god, I love Icarus in this game.
Is this one of your inventions? Amazing. Thank you.
Something happened since the last time you were here. These ships, one after another, they all sank. Never seen these waters so calm. Did you?
Oh. So Kronos' powers keeping him up quite directly.
His house and slay him? Yes. And did he then reconstitute himself, perhaps entirely negating whatever I achieved? Also yes.
I always knew you'd get to Nelly. But as you can see,
Nelly?
the Risen Fleet has risen once again. Though sounds to me like you found one of its gold pieces.
That nickname is unique to Icarus.
Yeah, I mean, others call her Mel. But I do really like that in this game. I mean, Icarus is a shade, as he must be, since his entire myth involves his death.
Thank you.
I better go.
Bye.
But clearly, Icarus and Malinois know each other and in a way sort of grew up together insofar as that goes. There's...
An island. Who?
Oh, really? We haven't met her yet? Another witch, clearly.
But slightly more wholesome ingredients.
Is that who I think it is?
Oh,
Pardon?
hello.
Oh, well,
It's
Mrs.
Circe.
Marvelous.
Oh.
Grown, little miss. Do you remember Circe the Enchantress still? Well, no matter. Not the circumstances for small talk. Show me your palms.
I do not know why Kirka gets the Catgirl treatment, but look at her, isn't she fabulous? Oh my goodness. So another character from the Odyssey, another witch born of Helios. In the Odyssey, particularly known for her turning men into animals. That's why we have all these lovely little piggos running around.
Mm-hmm.
And not just pigs, but other beasts as well, particularly large cats. It tends to be portrayed as sort of according to their nature, and why she turned them into an animal in the first place. In the Odyssey, she's portrayed as sort of doing this preemptively. Men land on her island, are welcomed in, and during their feast they are treated to a potion in their meal that turns them into animals. And she's defeated by aid of Hermes, who comes to Odysseus to give him the magical herb Molu, which we collect as an ingredient for our spells in this game, which protects him from her powers. And she is so overwhelmed by his ability to withstand her that she immediately sinks down on her knees, begs forgiveness, and they become lovers. That sounds a little, well, you know, a little silly, we'll go with. So...
And in this game, at some point Circe does comment, wait, are you carrying Molly?
Yeah.
Well, you should know that it won't work here. I've put up enchantments for that.
And she also will comment about Odysseus, should you come bearing any sign of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why they've chosen to portray her in this particular way. There's nothing that I know of in her background that lends to leopard skins which are more associated with Dionysus. Let alone that big floofy tail that you can see in her bigger sprite. Or having her be a redhead or anything particular like that. I don't know of any background in terms of...
Although it's weird that her hair also has these black blotches. And I don't
they-
think that's just shadow.
Oh, really? Because I assumed that was mostly leaves from her little wreath there.
Well, what about under the, like,
Oh, I guess I did.
adjacent to the
I did
back
think
of her
that was
neck?
shadow.
But there's a bigger shadow.
You're right, there is. I don't know. So, I don't know what's up with her design there, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, rapture, enchanting.
Of course I remember you, Madam Cersei. So this is your famous island. Such a relief to be here rather than another drowned ship. I take it we're not meeting by chance.
Wise to our ways as ever. Our Lady Hecate and I decided I had best relocate for a while and survey events as near the mountain of the gods as possible. Then tonight within my crystals, I saw you. Now, how may we make you better?
So, her powers here are those of self-transformation, generally speaking, and apparently crystals, which is a very new age thing. That's not actually connected with ancient witchcraft in any way that I know of.
I could use more health.
It is done.
But
Thank you,
I
Madam.
don't know why Cersei is an ancient cat girl, but I love that for her.
So one thing to note about the piggies,
They're so cute.
if this one turns around to the right angle,
It's got an ear sticking out funny. Oh, it's got a tattoo!
it's got a sailor's tattoo of an anchor. So that's a totally normal pig there.
Yep, totally normal pig. Definitely not anything funny going on.
Farewell, Madam.
If you want a modern version of Cersei that is a lot of fun, you could do a lot worse than Madeline Miller's Cersei, the novel. I really quite liked that one. But definitely not Catgirl Cersei. Catgirl Cersei is unique to this retelling. And I do think of this as a retelling, right? Because every version of the Greek myths is a retelling, including most of the ancient versions.
Bearing set.
To come briefly back to Stray Gods, I will just put in my one caveat about that game. And there is only one. I really liked that game. But my one caveat is that they handle World War II very strangely and not as sensitively as I would have liked. They didn't really need to bring up World War II, but if they decided to, they could have done better. They're very sensitive about other things. The other thing I always think of for modern retellings of Cersei is actually the old Justice League cartoon, where Cersei... there's an episode where Cersei, like, turns the Justice League into animals and basically ends up extorting Batman into singing, and it's wonderful. I don't remember why, but that was great. It's been a long time since I saw that show.
I might die here.
Well, you've come quite a long way.
Now, I don't think I'm going to see Olympus today. We did last time we were up here. Well, that's quite good. Maybe they'll have some healing here. Oh,
Solid ground ahead.
driftwood. Armor's good too. Not as
Armor is good. Oof, pardon me.
In the name of Hades.
Alright.
Let's go after that golden apple. Surely that won't cause any problems.
Give back the golden apple that you took from me last time, and I might just let you walk this once. What do you say?
You mean the golden apple that you very likely stole? Supposedly they grow it in a single garden. I highly doubt that such a place would let you in.
So, golden apples grow in the far, far west, the mythical west, in the Garden of the Hesperides, the children of dusk. There are trees that bear the golden fruit, and from its nectar comes the secret of immortality of the gods, depending on which version you're looking at.
The object of one of Heracles' labors.
Indeed.
Life starts to get a lot more interesting once you accept that you don't always need an invitation to show up. Fine. Keep the
Funny
apple.
that.
I've got a whole lot more.
I absolutely believe that Eris would go in and steal a bunch of apples from under the nose of the Hesperides and their dragon.
I mean, she had to get it from somewhere.
But yes, there is in Greek mythology an important apple tree guarded by a serpent that people are not that mortals are not supposed to eat from. Lest you think that there's anything unique or original in the world. No, everything has its own particular spin. Yes, it's never mentioned in the Iliad or in the Trojan War myths, I should say, since there are more than just the Iliad and the Odyssey, where it is that Eris got the golden apple that caused the fight among the goddesses, carved with the word Calliste, meaning for the fairest. She tossed it among. In the center of Aphrodite, Hera, and Athena, and the three of them could not resolve their dispute over who it was for. Well,
So far, only to trip and fall.
well, that's trouble for you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably a pretty decent stopping point.
Might, see
We made it back here safe and sound,
what
didn't we,
folks are
Venus?
saying at the house. Or at the crossroads, since this isn't Hades 1.
Heading out?
Eris outright attacked me, just as I was approaching Mount Olympus. Who gave her the adamant rail anyway? A weapon once used to slay titans, turned against the gods.
The rail has turned against the gods before. Only the fates know its true and final purpose. But Eris has it by their own decree. Perhaps as a plaything to keep her occupied.
To keep me occupied, apparently. Makes me wonder if the fates want Chronos stopped or not. Did you and Eris ever fight like this?
Eris and Moros
Oh,
being
yes.
both of them
Much as
children
I
of
tried
night.
to avoid it.
What's the matter?
Looks like Eris is back.
You don't say.
Ooh, babe, you know what? You put up more of a fight out there than I figured. The rail was so hot to the touch I could hardly stand it.
Pleased to be of entertainment for your benefit. Is that all this is to you then? You jeopardize our continued existence just for a cheap thrill?
Yep.
Don't go acting like there wasn't part of you that felt a little thrill out there yourself. And now that you've had a taste, you want more, don't you?
I want you out of these crossroads, and out of my blasted path.
Too bad we can't have it all.
You are welcome here, and you are safe. There's more I can do with this cauldron.
Okay, so let's see. Aspects. Night and darkness needs nightshade and bronze. Rush of fresh air needs that. There's something else in that abyssal.
And of course, in Hades 1, the adamant rail had the aspect of Eris already. So, the fate that it was hers was set up.
The fated arms of night, I seek their ashes, hidden from my sight.
So now let's see if there's some more fun aspects we can play with.
A rush of fresh
Oh.
air is nice.
Hermes shrines are very fun, by which I mean there's a tortoise!
Okay, so I would need more nightshade. A lot of these, well, that'll be useful.
Is there anyone else you want to talk to?
Yeah, let's talk to people.
Mr. Salini notified me it was Eris herself who barred you from gaining the heights of Olympus. She never should have got her hands on the rail of adamant again, that wretch.
Again?
Mistress, is there truly nothing we can do?
Well, one of the aspects of the rail in Hades 1 is the aspect of Eris,
When I approach my
and she very much uses it.
She sure does. Especially the bit where she blows herself up for extra damage.
Yep.
One must carefully consider the terms of binding contracts, Malinois. Mistake on my part you are painful firsthand. I apologize. Do bring her hell when next you meet.
Sounds good. Princess, Eris stands against us. Just as I neared my destination on the surface, she was there. Let the adamant rail do much of the talking.
They do have just wonderful character design. Even if I'm still not quite convinced about these little floating wings on Nemesis.
idea that was. Maybe give her some more second chances.
You've made your point.
So we can check out. Oh, right.
A little of your back. According to reports, Eris flew off toward the Rift of Thessaly on an intercept course for the fleet. Except I don't think that she's headed there to help. Not you, at least.
This intelligence is a little
Thought
late.
much benefit to me after the fact, but at least I can confirm they're accurate. How preposterous that we cannot rid ourselves of her.
All we can do is work with what we've got. I apologize that we could not forewarn you on this one. We'll continue investigating her motives and accomplices.
I mean, her motives are pretty self-evident, even if they keep asking about it.
All grown up.
I mean, why wouldn't strife relish in strife? That just seems...
So we have these aspects that we can check out. I don't know what I can
The silver
get at
pearl
present.
reacted to my spell. The aspects of the nocturnal arms.
So, what we got?
Interesting. So much to choose from now.
Oh.
Where to even begin?
Oh,
Is it the shoulder buttons to look at the new stuff?
okay, yes. So.
Okay, so we have the aspect of Malinois, of course. That's the base one. And then we have the aspect of Circe, which is all crystal-y. The aspect of Momus. Oh, Momus is such a weird,
Satire.
obscure figure. It's, yeah, the patron of satire. I don't really understand that one, to be honest. Satire is an ancient genre, and it's a poetic genre, and a fairly sacred one, really. But what it has to do with anything here, I really couldn't tell you.
So more aspect of Mel.
Oh, and then we have Artemis. That makes sense. And then Pan, the god of the wild. We do get the word panic from his name. The state of wildness brought on by fear. And for the flames, the aspect of Moros, that makes a lot of sense. And the aspect of Eos, the dawn goddess.
Need a lot of golden apples. Well, 2.
The axe aspect of Charon, which is a little disappointing that it isn't his ore. It is lined with coins, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then the aspect of Thanatos, which is much less disappointing because it does actually turn into Thanatos' scythe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry that the stream went down for a second. Yeah, that is really just very annoying, and I wish I knew why it did that, because I've been trying to figure it out. One thing is that I am going to be moving late summer, and so hopefully the new place will be able to handle the streams better. But it just depends on where the problem is. And then aspect of Medea, wonderful, and aspect of Persephone, crowned in flowers. A skull crowned in flowers, what's not to love? The black coat, which is utterly ridiculous, basically a rocket jet pack. So it's got the aspect of Selene and the aspect of Nyx, both fairly classic for this context. So that's pretty cool looking.
So yeah, I'll experiment with that next time.
Yeah, looking forward to doing some more of this. Silver puddle. That's just rude.
I've revealed in the pool the aspects of the nocturnal arms. Not their true forms exactly, but different ones with their own great power.
So unfortunately we are not going to be streaming next weekend, but after that I should be back for real.
I know it, Commander. Hey, I remember you.
Alright, let's see.
That well-worn storage case by now contains tokens of gratitude from many gods and more. A perpetual reminder that the princes of the dead shall never fight alone.
You're always with me.
Alright, well I think that wraps us up for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And NeuroRite especially, thank you for joining us live. It's always lovely to have another chatter. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Keep learning, friends.
Bye.